disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Fashion grow, bold and sexy. Legendary fashion grow and sexy. Legendary fashion grow, bold. Flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out. Bitch, how did I get there? Girl, I got flued out. Bitch, why you mad? Was your nigga there and what? Now he's turned out? Girl, I got flued and now your nigga glued. No T, I'm the master. Bitch, you so rude and all this attitude. You're gonna need a pastor. I add the spice of life just to be down to a Ferragamo. Paco Rabanne million, then we step into a Benihana. Giving you label, 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 label. Off from your nigga pocket. As you can see, your nigga with me drop it. You in a mood, but I'm here to pop shit. Cause no bumps for me. Look at this good, don't come for free. Girl, caught. So when your nigga wanna see me, he gon' fly me out. He gon' take the lies. And I don't really give a fuck. Cause you's a nasty bitch with a chip on her shoulder. I'm just trolling this bitch. I don't really want the nigga, but this is what I told her. You know that stroke you like? Then he still does that, but just a little stronger. And his dick grew too. It seemed like it got a little longer, by maybe 2 inches or 3. I get so confused, let me see. Ooh girl, you giving too much? Cause your nigga is staying with me. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south. What's up, girl? We outside on your nigga dime. Read a bitch down, cause I got time. Don't wanna cook for the nigga, that's fine. Can we get a girl, the boy is mine. We on a private jet, but you and your homegirls been upset. Uncomfortable, just rude. Allergic to you hoes, I chew. Miss thing, you didn't respect the nigga. You act like you didn't even want him. It was you and your mini side niggas fucking up. Bitch, that's how I got him. And now we down in the Poconos, popping bottles with the local folks. He sweat the Amex, I'm in a hammock. This thing used to coconut. Hear me good. It's giving passport. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Use a hood rat hoe. Girl, use give Newport. Bitch, to play at my face. Play with my bag. I'll catch your case. Bitch, he not your man. You snooze, you lose. Now he gone without a trace. One thing that you really need to know is that the nigga don't play around about me. Nah, when a nigga break bread, it's coming to my table instead. Cause you was a bitch that had a good thing, but you was a dumb hoe and girl, that's fine. Now you over here talking about you want it back. I'ma give him up, you out your mind. I still got people to meet, things to do. Maybe get a dime, so I can help you, Caroline. Play it back, hit rewind. Cause I'm only gonna put this down for your girl one more time. Mezcal nigga, you're chicken. But don't fuck with it, no swine. That's what your nigga like, the soft life. Pussy pink feminine. A freak in the sheets, that bitch in the streets with a little bit of sentiment. Oatmeal with a little bit of cinnamon. He got the password, girl, just let him in. Cause we on the yacht, champagne and shots. Bitch, we on the block. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south. I flew, got flew, flued out. His dime, the nigga dime. Whole crew came out. I flew, got flew, flew out, flew out. His dime, the nigga dime. What's up? I flew, got flew, flew out, flew out. His dime, the nigga dime. Flew out, flew out. I flew, got flew, flew out, flew out. His dime, the nigga dime. Flew out.
What's up, family? Bruh, I'm coming here to vent. I want to talk about some things what God wanted me to say specifically that aren't about my venting session. Although with God, somehow, I don't feel they're related, but knowing him by the end of this speech, this oration, somehow to be connected. But first of all, let me welcome you all here. I'm happy to have you all here. Thank you for tuning in, showing me love. I see you, Mother Marie, the legend. The legends are here, Mother Iman. I think I saw Mother Fatima in the house. Could be. Nope, I did see her. Okay, Mother Fatima. Who else? Who else? Mother Jessica. The legends are here, and I appreciate it. And I'm very glad to have you. Mother Tay is in the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to have you all here. Corn Funkle, been around a good long time. Osi's in the house. Sai is in the house. It's like it's just legend after legend after legend. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. 2 or 3. But here's the thing that nobody's catching. That line that I put in there is a line that every time I watch Insecure and it gets to that episode, it cracks me up. That line is literally, I pulled that from the show because it was funny to me. So I used that line to troll the bitch in the song. Because I don't talk like that. Bitch, I don't talk like that. But because I remembered that, I'm like, oh, this is, all I got to do is say that. Because I'm like, remember the scene when Condola, it was, okay, first there was the scene when Issa kicked her baby or threw her baby in the trash can, not in the trash can, but in whatever that was, and then kicked this bitch into the bin too. Or maybe she didn't kick the baby. I don't know what she did. She did something, but it was funny to me because it wasn't real. If it was real, I'd be totally offended. But in this scenario, it was funny. Okay, boom. That was the first thing. But then the second scene, and then she was laughing when she walked away. I like Issa. I think she's funny. Sweetheart. See, that's why I got to get a fly swatter. I don't know where these bitches came from, but they're here now. Honey, the invasion of the flies, they're here. And I need a fly swatter. In Arizona, but first of all, them Arizona flies, I'll say that these Georgia flies ain't no competition. Let's just be clear. Because what I remember as a child was, I don't know if things have changed, but maybe not. Let's see. Because I know there's somebody out here who's going to know. We got an Arizona girl up in here, certainly. Beyond myself. Okay. What do I remember? I remember these fat ass, what they call them, horse flies, I think is what they call them. I don't know if that's a real term or if that was just because they were so huge. Because since I've been out here, I never heard of a horse fly. Since I've been out here, I have never seen a horse fly out here. In my life, I have not. I've seen what's sitting right on my computer. And as soon as I get ready to knock this bitch silly, these bitches move too fast. No, they don't. A fly swatter would get her. Because, see, the fly swatter have a long, thin handle, easy for rotation. And with that flappy thing that she got attached to it, it make it to where between your momentum and just the natural momentum of the thing wanting to go back the other way, bitch, you're dead. And I remember killing those things. But you know what's crazy? What I remember thinking as a child, though, with those horse flies? I don't know what happens with these ones. But with them horse flies, they were so, like, ginormous to the point when you smack them, they exploded into blood. I'm telling you facts. You hit that shit and it would be blood. I'm like, that is red blood, like human blood. I remember thinking that as a kid. I'm like, why is that? I mean, I don't know what to expect or what I was thinking should have came out, but I didn't think it was going to be red. Maybe green. It would have been gross anyway. Like, no matter what, killing a big ass insect is not cute. Like, let's just say if I had to smash a spider and when I did it, I had to do it quick and fast. And because of the speed of me taking whatever, let's say a shoe, that's the easiest thing. Boom. So quickly, the shit literally, it's what they call in the crime unit, the blood splatter. There's girls who get paid to just do that. That's why Dexter, we got to investigate these hoes. Because sometimes I be thinking, you know what, this is a good show, but I guarantee you there is a detective or somebody out there who will probably watch that show, and every time they will be thinking, how is this nigga right in my life? There is a crazy, psycho, serial killing detective in the world. You gonna tell me that never happened? Perfect setup. It's the perfect scene for these bitches. Why not? Because guess what? If I'm the detective, bitch, I know what's going in. I know what's coming out. Why? I felt like that was a good concept, that show. I'm like, but nigga, you a serial killer. But his excuse was he was killing bad people, which that was a twist because it made you on a level. Actually, you knew it was wrong because it's like, okay, girl, but because really you want to just kill people, period. But at least you took that urge and put it to people who deserved it. Because you like killing people, girl. We're not going to act like you don't. But what it was is you had to find a reason to make it okay. And you did. You said, you know what? You raped 4 little girls, killed them all. Think something's funny about it. These niggas don't know how to investigate. My father brought me up in a whole other type of system. So, bitch, I know how to find you. Because I know how you think, bitch. So she found these girls. But when that one serial killer got to Miss Thing, I was like, oh, no, you didn't. Dexter! That's the one time. Bitch, how you gonna be? This was the phone call you could not miss. Oh, when that happened, I said, girl, I can't even watch the show no more. I said, I know you did not. Wow, she's dead for real. I thought maybe it would have been a dream, but I knew it wasn't because they don't do that in that show. I mean, like when they do it, you know. It's not one of them things where it's confusing. But what happened? He came in there, what happened? He got in there, and what was it? She was in the bathtub or something. I don't know. It was something crazy. I'm like, oh, no. At least they didn't mutilate her. I mean, they did. They killed her. So, but I'm just saying, you know, with some of these scenes on some of them episodes, and just people, even in real life, can be, I'm like, why would you do that to a human being? You know that's against the code and moral law. You just know it. Bitch, no, we're not going to play. This is not a fish. It's not a cow. This is something totally different. And you did that. You did it. You are a fucking demon. These people really are demonic. How can you explain it? Because it would have to be a totally other thing inside of that person's. Everybody got a brain, but I'm telling you something. There's another part that they can't explain. And they keep trying to make you think that they know. They really don't know. They don't know. For all what they keep saying, like, oh, it's the hippocampus, all that. Girl, fuck you. Because if you knew all of this, if it was what you were saying, you would know something, you wouldn't have Alzheimer's. Because you would understand totally what it was. And you would understand how that is. You would know. Like all these things wouldn't exist. These diseases, all these things wouldn't exist because you would know. And what I'm actually coming into the realization of, it's the game they playing. It's really crazy because it's really like, you really got to get into it because it's crazy. Because the truth is, they really don't know it all. The way what I was thinking, like, oh, they got it, but they just keeping it from us. No, I don't think that. I think that's what they want us to think. I think they really want us to think that they are somehow superior and really do know everything. But that's the game they started and that's the game they're playing. And we actually got enwrapped into it where it's like, oh, they know it. Girl, these niggas don't know. Look at the planet. If they knew, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be like this. Because them knowing, okay, let's just say, okay, they're trying to kill all these other girls. Okay, but even with the planet, that is not about a region or, oh, it's the Black girls, the Latino girls. No, this is, if the planet is not inhabitable, that's going to be all the girls. So they don't know. They're stupid. Because a smart person will understand it's advantageous for us all. What's good for the goose Bitch, we live here. It should be functional. It makes sense. And we're not gonna tie it into money, bitch, because we can make whatever we want to have value. You bitches sat up here and made a profit off of water. Okay, so that's a natural resource that literally comes out of the sky. And you bitches sell oxygen as well. We're not gonna sit here and play games because we know if you wanted to put a value to it, you could. You niggas are choosing to make this shit like this, and that's okay. It's not okay, Whitney. It's not right. There you go, because it's not right. But when we say it's okay, it's not that it's okay per se. It's more giving. Bitch, I'm not gonna dwell on this. Because this shit, what we're talking about, actually is really and truly pervasive. It's deep, far-reaching, it's rooted. So really, it's more, instead of what I'm realizing now, it's not, this is what I'm seeing in my mind. I don't know why it's coming into me like this, but this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like this big, kind of like weird, twisted, wicked tree. But this is like a huge tree. Maybe even like 10 times bigger than a sequoia. Because this is like, in my mind, I'm seeing it like that. But okay, look. So the tree is huge, and I'm seeing like this huge trunk. So just think of this tree kind of almost being like, even like the size of the Empire State Building. Like this tree is fucking huge. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to get you to see what I'm seeing in my mind. Okay. But at the bottom part of the tree, right? This is what I'm saying. So you got okay, so imagine this. Can you see my hands? Okay. You got the trunk. Now we're getting into the roots, but the roots are still above ground. This tree that I'm seeing. So look, trunk. Boom, we're getting into the root. Now, why am I doing my thumbs like this? Because I'm wanting you to see, like, there's an area in between. So the root is like the tree, the root, and then, but it's, imagine this tree looking like there's something, like you could tell this is not a healthy tree, but it's still standing and she's here. Okay, it's not, what I'm realizing is, you be looking at this tree, I'm like, really and truly, could it be cut down? I'm sure it could. But me sitting here with what? Even with a chainsaw. And really, it's more trouble than it's worth. You know what would make more sense for me at this point, what I'm saying? Through that little passage at the bottom of the root, just drive through and get past it. Cutting this tree. You gonna cut it down, this big ass tree is gonna fall. Like, girl, you bitches ain't even ready. Like, do we have the, because you know they're gonna try to make a coin. So if we cut it down, it's gonna smash down over the city. It's a tree, so it got branches. Is it worth it? Just pay this bitch. And we can just pass through. Why do we need to stop and take the time to cut this tree down? In particular, when we know we're not staying here. Just get through it. Some things, you'll know the difference. Because when it really is meant for you to really stand against like a Goliath type of situation, this shit will lay. That's how you'll know. It'll lay. The circumstance will show you that, okay, you know what? Here's a problem or a situation that has presented. And you know what? This is something that I need to address and fight. Now, if I'm supposed to fight this, the things that I will need to endure and to fight and to do all that will be there. But if when you get there, there's no strategy, there's no tools, there's no help, shows me, pay it. Because you don't even know what you're doing. You walking into this situation and you about to just create more problems for yourself. You don't even need to, because you really could just keep driving. This is the part of the film where you see that thumb and heads up, 7 up, bitch, I don't know you. You may as well put that head back down because it's like you didn't see me. I'm not pulling over for you, sweetheart. That's not how this film goes. Especially don't let it be no fog out. I remember one time, a number of times, but this one particular time I'm thinking, I was traveling with my mother and we was going through, what was it? Was it West Virginia, I don't know. We was in one of those where it's like a lot, it gets to a point where it be a lot of mountains and they have all them signs and it be them signs with for semi trucks, like, I guess to let them know slow down because it's coming down to it. The mountain is about, you know what I'm saying? Like those, it's beautiful, but I don't like driving through shit like that. But okay, because you know them rocks can get to sliding and you just don't know when. And it's we're living on this living thing that just like how we be changing and You shed skin, you shed hair, all these different things. All these things have to change for things to like continue on. It's how the earth be doing the same shit. Like leaves be falling, mountains be shifting, shit be moving around. Like everything we got to do, the earth got to do. Mm-hmm. Okay, when she got to use the bathroom, bitch, she will let you know. But see, the thing is her using the bathroom is the blessing for us. Because when she pees, we live. She got all the same shit we got. Her earth, her poop is our soil. Like she is, I'm just saying, and I know I'm not saying literally, but you understand what I'm saying? It's like you can see how that can kind of be like this thing where it's like doing this thing. It's very obvious, but okay, we digress. Because they are now be doing something else. But all I'm saying, oh, Allah help me. Okay, where was I? We got to get through it. So now that I've said all that, child, of course she would pull up. She said she got my shades, but I do need my shades. And I want to catch up with her and all that other stuff. So I'm gonna tell her, like, I need at least an hour with y'all. I say an hour and a half, 2 hours. Oh, Allah help me. Because I just feel like there's so many. I don't know how am I still, Lord help me. Because it's too much going on. Today at work, and y'all know I got to talk about it because it happened. Oh my God. Just like, Allah, help me. Because the whole thing is I'm trying to be professional with this shit. They chasing after this fucking fly. That's how the fly came up. Because when they see a fly, they don't like them either. None of them like it. And Ais, the dogs, nobody likes the fly. Because they're annoying. Okay, mosquitoes are annoying, but at least they do it quietly. I swear. Flies are like the annoying neighbor that just don't know when to shut up and go back to their yard. That's why when they start walking to you, you be like, oh my God. Oh girl, ooh, like you be trying to hurry up. Because once she comes through, I'm like, oh. Anyway, let me say this real quick. I want to talk about it. And then Allah, okay, I'm not gonna forget, inshallah. I don't want to forget what God, because there's me venting and then there's actually this other part. Okay. All right. Today at work. You already know how I feel about it because I'm going in there. I feel totally violated, totally disrespected, totally like, it's just crazy to me. And in particular, when I know I'm going about this the proper way through the proper channels, very professional, it's like they're trying, I feel like a demon, like this whole thing to me feels like it's because they want me to have a meltdown at work. And of all the things, that will be the thing where if that happens, of course, people have their cameras out. But God will still make it work to my good. So it'll make a difference what these bitches record. But the point that I'm saying is, it's about trying to get through that tree trunk. Instead of trying to like, because if I melt down, that's the equivalent of me taking an axe and really trying to like cut down this thing. Where that's not what it's calling for. You got to get through this. What is being received. And I'm just like, Allah, I'm doing my very best to be what I know you need me to be for this to work. For this all to happen, for everything you've planned, everything, whatever you have going, for me to be in accordance, I know what I have to do, but I'm telling you, it's so frustrating. I don't want to cry about it because I'm like, it's pissing me off. Really. I'm just like, oh, it's so upsetting. Because it's like, really? It's at a point where you be wanting to fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but I can't do that right now. And I'm older, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm different. I could do that, but it's like, I'm trying to do this way. The right way. And it's what I told you about what happened when I called the police at the gas station. See, I knew I was in the right. So I was like, okay. Because remember, he was like, oh, yeah, call the police. I'm like, bitch, you don't got to tell me twice, bitch. I'm calling them. You telling me something, bitch, I'm calling. They're already dialed. Like, what are you saying? So he was so arrogant. He just knew. Yeah, call him. I called him. And yeah, the police in the beginning was talking to me dumb. But I'm like, I stayed calm with her. I was very assertive, but I stayed calm with this officer. Like, sir, I really need you to think about what's happening. Really think about what I'm telling you right now. Because he's telling me, well, it's a private merchant and all that stuff. I can't make him. I'm like, you said you can't make him. But the thing is you're an authority. So just by you walking in there and you taking what I'm saying serious, he'll be more encouraged to do the right thing. That's what I'm telling him. I'm like, you saying you can't do nothing, but you really can. Your presence, you go in there and really ask him, like, this is what he's saying. What is your side? Like, just like, come on. Of course, we know how it went. He went in there and I could see, remember, because he was like, oh, just wait outside. And I'm looking through the window and I could see Miss Thing talking her shit like, I'm like, girl, what little story you think you weaving up? Because girl, you full of shit. You know what happened here. And Miss Thing, that's one thing about it. I know that I have good integrity. So if I'm telling you the shit don't work, it's because it don't work. That's just it. So I'm calling the police. Yeah, because I know what I'm saying is true. So I'm willing to take that risk in believing that they're going to see what I'm explaining is true. You understand? Okay. That's where we are with this fucking job. It's that same predicament. Right now, I'm in the right 100%. Because my intentions are pure. I came in there. I was integral, good character, kind, respectful. You get what I'm saying? Like, and even if somebody can make the case, oh, it's because of my anxiety and it was a meltdown and all that other stuff, I would still lose ground, even if people will understand it. And it's like, as hard as it is, I'm like, just stay calm. I know I'm talking to myself, like encouraging myself, and God is with me too. And my mother is, it's like, I'm feeling it. And it's like, but let me tell you what happened. So y'all know how I'm already feeling prior to going to work today. Because we talk about it and I'm like I told you, I really don't want to talk too much about it. It's like if something happened, then fine. But it's just because this shit is like taking too much of my life now. It's like when I'm working, when I'm off the job, I'm thinking about going back to this bitch and having to deal with these motherfuckers. I really don't want to be there. Fuck. Because I'm saying it's like, no. It's too fucking late for any of that, what you talking about. Oh, what we can do, what you can do. And you ain't did shit. And let me tell you how I know. I get to work today. And I'm busting it. Because y'all know, again, it's about the customer. Fuck these. I'm doing this for them. They're paying their money for this shit. And again, it's about me and my work ethic and my character. So fuck these other bitches. So I'm boom, boom, boom. I'm looking on my TC. Okay, what am I looking for next? And I get ready to go. And who do I run into? This nigga. Now you've told me. Okay, can you use it? Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh shit. Hold on 1 second, y'all. That's my weed man. I'll be right back. My gosh. Calm down. Okay, I see you too. I love you. Calm down. Relax, everybody. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So it's just that type of thing where I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Yo. Soon as I saw him, like, it was like like adrenaline. Like, because I was like not expecting to see him. I'm like, at this point, certainly by now they should be taking this serious, right? When I saw that nigga and he looked at me and it was like, and I'm like, are you serious? And just so casually and freely looked at me, like still the same. I'm like, he shouldn't even be in here. You're kidding me, right? Can you not use that bathroom while we run our investigation? So they have a single bathroom. But guess what? Out of 100%, 97% of the time, there's somebody in there. Probably going number 2 or doing God only knows. Because one time I went in there and I saw somebody clearly rolled a blunt because I saw the weed and like the tobacco. It was on like the thing. What was that? What is that? When I go again, I'll remember because I know where it was. I don't. Is that like paper towel? I don't know what that was because we have a blow dryer thing, so it wasn't paper towel. I don't know what it was, but it was some kind of area where you could do stuff, and I could clearly see what they were doing. So God only knows. But the point is when I need to go in there, I can't. And for the bathroom I would use, you told me not to. So that only leaves the bathroom at the front that is fucking dirty, filled with people, no space. It's not the same. That bathroom is not the same bathroom that's in the back. Believe me. I don't know if that's how it is at all of the stores, but at mine, the front one is dirty, nasty, and it's always people in there. And when I'm going to the bathroom, I don't like to be with a bunch of men that I don't fucking know. In particular, in this particular environment. Especially since I've already had an incident, and that was with the one where it's less people. You get what I'm saying? And it's just more opportunity for shit that I don't have time for. Because if I'm going to be in there and I'm going to be doing what I'm trying to do, it's going to be too many people in and out that I would have to be keeping my eye on. And then even by that, it's putting me in another situation because now they don't know. It's just too many potential risks that I'm calculating. No, it wasn't the baby change station because that's the thing you pull out. It was another surface that is a little bit thinner than that. Like it doesn't come that far out from the wall. I don't remember what it is though, but it is something. And I just remember there was clearly weed up there and some tobacco. Bitch, I know what that looks like. So I'm like, I don't think they smoked it in there. I just think they rolled it, which is not. I mean, bitch, I would have had that blunt already rolled before I got to work if that's what I was gonna do. Honey, please, I'm not rolling no blunt at work. That is insane. But anyway, when I saw him, I'm like, so you're inconveniencing me pending your investigation for a nigga who I already explained to you everything I told you. And y'all keep making me have to say the same thing over and over again to you. It's pissing me off. Because I already told you that I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm telling you, I don't care what you think. How you think it. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm thinking it like this. Like, but you know why we not going to do nothing? Because maybe he wanted that. We're not taking that serious because he gay. He probably, like, what else could it be? Like, why are you not taking it serious then? Because I'm telling you, I really do feel if I was a woman saying that same, if I was a woman and I said sexual harassment, something just tells me the response would have been totally different. So then why now are you looking at me and thinking you can do this? You can drag your feet. And literally that's the nigga that I told you. Be cussing at me, gesturing at me, violence. And now with the masturbation over and over again. I told you about this, right? Okay, so now why is he here? It's not like this is the person who is hidden. He's just casually walking through. The nigga walked right past me and looked at me. It was like when he was walking through. And as soon as I looked up from my TC and I saw him, I'm like, I said, let me get a video. My adrenaline was rushing. It was like all this shit was going through my neck. I said, let me get a video because these bitches, they're not going to learn. And they're not going to keep playing with me. So now you're inconveniencing me when I need to use the restroom, whether it's to just get a psychological break, like let me get a break and just breathe and you know what I'm saying? Or whether it's to use the restroom, it don't make a difference. But I can't, the point is I don't have access because you told me I can't use this one. While you're looking into things. Yet still, this nigga can still roam in and out the store. Why? I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. So then when that happened, the whole day, shit just was going downhill. Because I'm like, I kept thinking about it like, are they serious with this? This nigga is just doing whatever he wants. It don't even make a difference what I say to them. And that's okay, because I'm documenting it, but I'm just in my head like all day. Like, they're serious. They're really wanting me to know. We don't give a fuck. So you made a complaint. So, and we're going to still let them come in here, just as we've been doing. You don't like them. You the only person complaining. Well, I'm not the only person complaining, but since we don't like you, we just don't give a fuck. Plus, you're a fag. They're not going to, I'm telling you, and I got more tea for you. Because I'm going to tell you, I don't be wrong. See, just the same way how I was right about homie when I was like, when I didn't really know for sure, but I sensed it because I'm just good like that. And I was like, oh, you and your sister did it be talking shit? And he was like, oh, and he admitted it. I guess he thought maybe I had heard them, but I actually hadn't. It was just the way how he was performing and moving. It was obvious to me. It's the same thing as what's happening here. I know what it looks like. These bitches you don't think when they get together, they don't be talking shit? Ugh, he be coming here prancing around like, make me sick. Okay, so you're gay. Why do you don't have to be so loud about it. Like, I can hear it. It's like they're not saying it around me, but I can hear it because I know what I know what it feels like. I know what energetically, that's what I'm dealing with. People who see me that way, like, he came in here one time with some pink gel nails on. And then he took it from that to some blush and like every time. But see, and in particular that when other women and just people in general, but definitely when other women be like, yes, 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 that makes it worse for them. It's like, bitch, don't encourage him. When they see me, they say, oh my God, bitch, we love your jewels. Your hair, anything about me. the one lady, let me say what happened today. It's so much that I want to get off my chest. Now, this is a thing that was a silver lining type of thing. Not even, but just a sweet thing that stood out to me. So the stock people, it be tight back there. Everyone's moving and shaking. And why was I going through? Because I don't think did I have my card? Maybe that's what it was. I don't remember, because it feels like I didn't actually have my card though. Maybe I was on my way to get it. I don't remember what the reason. Yeah, that's what it was. I was coming by so that I could get to the station. So, okay, so that's what I'm like, wait, what was it? I'm like, but irrelevant. The point is it's crowded back there. So when I saw them, and it was a gang of them in that area, and when I saw them, I stopped because I saw that they had begun their thing first. So I'm okay to wait. Like, I can wait for them to move past and whatever. So I just stopped. And when he saw me, this man goes, oh, we got to let the entertainer through. We got to let the singer through. Come on. Come through. And they literally moved all them ladders and all that stuff out of my way and let me through. I was like, wow. That's a small thing, but it just stood out to me. Because, first of all, he was the one that I told y'all was like, one day I was just in there just lightly singing, just doing some whatever. And it really, just little falsetto, just because the acoustics in that bathroom. That's another thing. But it's just cleaner. It's just all around better. But okay. I was in the bathroom with the door shut. He talking about he heard me down the hall. I'm like, I think that's an exaggeration, but whatever. I mean, if I was singing full voice, I know that's possible because I remember people as a kid saying, were you singing yesterday? And I'll be in the garage when it used to be a garage. And I'm like, why would you say that? How did you know that? Because we heard you. I'm like, you lying. What was I singing? And they really heard me because they knew the song. So I'm like, I was like, all right, I'm not going to knock it. Because that's, especially when I'm like, really like in my zone, working on it and like rehearsing and doing that. Then it's like, all right, I know what I can do. But I digress. That was a sweet moment. He's always like, we got to let the entertainer, we got to let the singer through. Everybody, let's let him through, please. This is the singer. And I started laughing. It was sweet. And then when I walked away, I could hear that he was saying some more kind stuff, but it was faded out because I was going to my station. It was just a kind moment. And that, so I want to make sure I mention that too. Because I felt like Allah did that because of, even though it still kept coming back around to me where I would think throughout the day, like, I can't believe after everything I explained to these stupid motherfuckers that's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh Allah, I just need to be patient and do it the right way. Because that's what they want me to do. They want me to get in there and just like black out. I'm telling you. Because it's almost like you're throwing this nigga in my face because he's not a hidden person. He's very easy to see. And you doing this? I'm like, I explained it to them over and over and over again. So, boom, that happened. That was the good thing. And then, of course, I saw my coworkers that I appreciate and love, when I see them, I'm very happy to see them. There's one that I really, really appreciate her, and I haven't seen her in a while. I'm like, but that could just be because I'm on the schedule. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, I work today, right? But then I'm off the next 2 days again. So before today, I was off those 2 days. I worked this one day, and now I'm off the next 2 days now again. So, again, you see, they have completely and totally taken me from full-time to some bullshit. Now, mind you, they're the ones who, between them discriminating and doing what they did, just all of the favoritism, targeting me, sending me home over music playing from my pocket. And I can tell by HR's response that she wasn't supposed to do that. Because she said, wait, she sent you home just for the phone? just replay music from like, and how she said that to me showed me she felt that was unnecessary. And in all honesty and truth, whereas you were clear about no earbuds, nowhere does it say really that you can't play music from your pocket on your phone. So really you created a policy and you kind of interpreted that rule for yourself. But it doesn't actually explicitly say I couldn't do that. So in all actuality, in truth, you actually put me into a situation where I had to jump through hoops to do something where what I was doing was actually just fine. Wasn't hurting anyone, wasn't actually breaking any rules. Because what you keep citing is no earbuds. You never said nothing about I can't have music coming out of my pocket. So really, you put me on a trajectory to now have, I'm telling you I have ADHD, but now you're giving me additional tasks to do. And on top of everything else that I'm already having to do, not just at work, but just in my life. So now you want me to have to go out here and have to sit down with a doctor. And then it's just even the way they're saying, oh, it don't even have to be, like, they're basically telling me, like, I'm like, see, I don't know about that because my mom would have made me do it the right way. You bitches are saying some shit I don't know about. And that's like one of my coworkers, because he was like, I gave him a pair of shoes that I've been holding on to for like some years because they were totally the wrong size. And then the people said, oh, you can keep them. But anyway, but nobody got feet that big except for this coworker who I was like, you know what? I think I got a pair of shoes that might fit you. And anyway, he finally came to get them because at first I was going to bring them to work, but then I thought, girl, I'm giving you the shoes for free. You can come and get them because it's too, when I wake up in the morning and I'm showering and I'm pulling myself together, I'm not thinking about grabbing them shoes. I'm going to just be real with you. But I do want you to have them if you can fit them. And he came, he tried them on, he could fit them. I said, they're yours. But why did I bring him up? Oh yeah, because he said to me today something like, "What?" And how he knew is because when he came to get the shoes, he saw my truck. And so today he was like, "Oh, why don't you just drive your truck?" And I said, "Because I don't have insurance on it, and I've been meaning to do it, but it just seemed like it's one thing after the other, and not with the car. I love my truck, and it's fine. I mean, just financially this and that, and so I have been able to." He said, "Well, you could just drive it without." I'm like, I cut off. I said, no, we don't do it like that around here. We're going to drive it clean or we're not going to drive it at all. So I can tell you that's not going to work. I'm not driving my car illegal. No. With no insurance. That's irresponsible for me and to everybody else on the road. So no, that's not what I'll be doing. But anyway, so, okay. So that was that moment. That was just a random moment. And I like him. But I guess he was just like, you could be saving money. He's not wrong. I could be. But, until I can do the things. And it's not even like it's the most expensive stuff. It's just, what was that? I need new tires because I need new tires. My mom been telling me that. So I said, okay, I won't drive it till I get new tires. I needed an oil change. I need to put some gas in the car. I need new window wipers because those ones have a lot of power. They're the kind that they were good in the beginning when my mom got them for me. But then with me not driving and them just sitting in the pollen and just everything, they're kind of like no good, anymore. And that's okay. And I could be wrong. Maybe I need to look again. But regardless, insurance, emissions, registration. And when I do those things, then I can be back on the road. But all those things have to be done. I'm not going to drive my car with no oil. It's a simple car. She doesn't ask for a lot, so I can do that. And so until I can do that, then I won't have the privilege of driving that car. That's how I see it. So anyway, back on this shit. So one of my coworkers who I really appreciate, she's she's always very kind to me. And anyway, today she goes, "Child, what is going on with you?" I said, "What you mean?" I'm paraphrasing. She goes, "What's going on with you?" I'm like, "What you mean?" She goes, "Honey, Miss Thing, I'm hearing like, so something is happening. I know something is happening, but it's just not happening fast enough. And for the bitches that are still boots to the ground, these bitches are being negligent, even now." Okay. So she goes, "Such and such was telling me how, honey, you have reports on everyone." I'm like, "Excuse me?" She goes, "Girl." She was like, "You done reported this one, this one, this one, this one." I'm like, "That's all true. But how is she telling you that? Because she is not a part of this investigation." But now I'm like, I'm telling you something because, girl, you about to be a part of this case. And you just don't know that. And if you do anything against my coworker, it's retaliation. And now she has the case. She didn't do nothing wrong. You should not have been gossiping about something where this bitch should not know what's going on with my case. Why? She literally have nothing to do with it. But it's not just that. You see, that's how I know that tape was sent around. Look how they do. So this is, to me, like a sign of their character. So this bitch is sitting here, and this is another person. She not as high up as she's on the list. She's one of these people because you can see her picture on the wall with some type of title to it. I be paying these girls because I'm like, girl, I don't give a damn who you are and what you talking about because you a dumb hoe to me. Because I knew she was fake. I knew she was fake. That's why I don't speak to her. That's why I don't talk to her. And she's mad about it because she wanted me to be fake with her. And I'm like, no, I'm tired of you. Hey, good morning, Quad. Gossiping. You fake. So girl, no, I'm not gonna do that. Girl, I see her and I don't see her. I walk right past this hoe. Period. What? Girl, I'm out T5 motherfucking million, bitch. I'm out the door. Because you're fake, sweetheart. That's just it. And I know her daughter be feeling some kind of way because I work with her daughter. But don't get in grown folks' business. Because first of all, I'm not saying nothing to your mama. I don't have to actually like your mother, though. I recognize she's your mom and you love her and alhamdulillah. Great. And I'm not going to come at her sideways, but at the same time, I also don't have to speak to her. And if you have a problem with that, then now that is going to be your problem. And if you want to make it into a bigger thing, you can do that. And we can let it fall out how it's going to fall. But like I told you, I'm in a certain mindset. So you're going to make yourself look dumb because, bitch, I don't owe you nor her shit. But she gets that more or less because she don't come at me sideways. And I appreciate that. She be wanting to, but she lets it go. Because I be feeling like her energy be like, oh, why don't you talk to my mom? But she don't bring it up to me, and she shouldn't. Because then if you want to talk about it, I can tell you what I really think. But I don't think you want to hear that. Because from my perspective, your mother is fake. So I'm not trying to do that with you. Let's understand I have my reasons. And I recognize you're her daughter, and I'm not going to ask for your opinion. I don't need none of that from you. Because your mom might get drugged into this case. So this bitch is telling my coworker that I'm cool with. Yeah, he's reporting everybody, and he reported such and such, and I did report that bitch. And what's up? And she deserved the report. I'm not afraid of this hoe. You bitches acting like, I'm like, girl, fuck you. I'm not gonna let nobody push me around, bully me. I'm grown. That's not gonna happen. And even when I wasn't grown, bitch, what? No. Now here it is. I'm totally fully grown, and you think you about to what? I'm about to. Oh, now I'm about. Girl, fuck you. No. So yeah, I did report it. That's your friend. That's your friend, bitch. I don't give a damn. Like Jean-Claude, bitch, I don't give a motherfucking damn about what this bitch think about me reporting her ghetto hood rat friend. Your friend should have never tried to reprimand me in front of customers out front of produce. Thinking that who, what, when, where, why is this bitch speaking to me? Bitch, you're not even on my team. But you're speaking to me. Especially with this tone and with this energy. Which I had to check her right away. Look how you talking to me. I don't like this. And I have a right to say that because you wouldn't like for me to come to you this way. And the reason why you acting like, oh no, I wouldn't mind. No, that's because you know the way you put these girls online, they would never try that with you. But see, it's a new day, new dawn, a new time for me. And I'm feeling also good. Bitch, it's serving Nina Simone. Gumbo and breadsticks, bitch. You will not. We're not going to do that today. What you was talking about on yesterday. We're not doing that today. So we're not doing it. Here, let me explain this part. Not only are we not doing it today, we won't be doing it tomorrow. Or hereafter. Sweetheart, you need to understand something. And we need to be crystalline. I'm not playing with you. I'm not going to do the hood rat thing with you and all what you think you're used to and accustomed to, not doing that with you. I'm not going to just sit up here and complain all day with you. I'm not going to do that with you, darling. You're very confused. You are very confused. Thinking I'm about to sit up here and go back and forth with you. And again, that right there, I've already spoke on that. It's very detailed. And sweetheart, you were there for that. So you know what happened. But she's going to turn around and tell my coworker, girl, he reporting everybody. He reported such and such, this lady who's her friend. And she was like, oh yeah, he reported such and such. And all because she told him to wear headphones. That's what you think the report was about? Not about her trying to check me and coming all up in my personal space while I'm on the clock working, trying to check me in front of people. And we getting into a whole argument out here over her. And when I told her about my ADHD, how she was like, girl, I don't know about that. Like, it was very dismissive. And like, girl, I don't know about that. Like I said, like, and she's telling me, I'm like, the reason why I'm doing this is because I was told we can't do earbuds. And she was like, you need to get some earbuds. I'm like, I was told we can't wear them. It's like, it was just back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, girl, I'm not going to do this with you. Oh, if I hear that music again, I'm sending you home. You sending me home. Girl, what? Girl, please. No. But sure enough, but notice how she didn't do it. She sent that other manager who later, I'm like, you a fake bitch too, who turned around and said there was no video. She sent her to come and tell me, but guess what? When she came to me, she told me that you sent it. She was like, such and such told me to let you know that if you can't turn off the music, you got to go home. I'm like, girl, what? You're kidding, right? She was looking like, oh, I really don't want to, because to me it's not. I'm like, Are you being serious right now? We're in this big ass department store that's more like a warehouse with so much noise coming from all directions. Music literally playing from the ceiling. And I be gonna act like, but again, we can see how the issue was deeper than that. Because then what happened? Then when we started going through the process of having the earbuds, then it escalated into, well, now the problem is not your music, it's your dancing. My dancing that the store manager herself was like encouraging me, keep going, keep it up. So now suddenly it's an issue. You see how it just kept, the goalpost just keeps moving? First it's we can hear music. I'm sent home over this music that you can hear. Now it's, well, you know, we're a team, we're a uniform, and you know, when with this footage, you twirling around and all of this and all the laughter, I'm like, I ain't with it. Because this shit right here is telling me you, first of all, you got it, and you saying you sent it to her, but I don't believe you just sent it to one person. And she's talking about, because that's how I found that part out. Because I had said something where I'm like, okay, so I'm dancing. What's the big, like, who's complaining? And then she using the footage to say, this, oh, I got a phone call about it. You got a phone call about it? What do you, this shit is getting too, it's getting too deep now. I'm being recorded and you getting phone calls about the footage that is being sent around. I don't know what this footage is. You're speaking on some shit I had. You're not showing me though. I'm telling you, I promise you. I guarantee on that footage, it's, they talking shit. Like recorded and just in the background, like, girl, look at this. Like just be, you know how it is. You know what that is. I want to see it. They refuse. Why not? Who recorded me? They refused to tell me. Are you serious? It was just, again, this is what I'm saying. It's like, it's too deep. And I'm like, I'm over it. I'm over it. And when she, so between me seeing that nigga and then them talking about like pertinent, you know, like details of the case, to even just my coworkers, bitch, you didn't know that she was cool with me and that she was going to come around and tell me what you said. And you know why? Because she knows how I get down. And then I found out today that she was a Scorpio and that her sister literally, no, not, is it her? No, it is her. No, it wasn't her. She is a Scorpio though. But my other coworker, we found out she's a Leo, but her sister, and I think she said, and her baby's father is a Scorpio. But her sister, we have the literal same birthday, month, day, and year. I was like, get out. I wonder why today God wanted you to share that with me. Because, you know. But yeah, so today it was like I was like holding myself together to not have a fucking meltdown and black out. I felt like once I would like pull myself together, I'll be okay for a little while. Then it would spin back around and be like, I cannot believe after everything I shared with them and shared with about my background and explained why this is how I feel, that I should see this nigga. I'm just saying, I'm just pissed because I can't. It's like you showing me something. You already showed it to me, but you showing it to me like under no uncertain terms. We don't give a fuck. And you really don't give a fuck because look at how you leaking information. Gossiping. So not only are you gossiping, you're dropping the ball again. Like, so you can sit here and spread information amongst team leads and my colleagues because you just shared with her about my case. And you know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. You shared it with her. Why should one believe that that's the only person you shared it with? A gossiper is a gossip. And they're going to do what they do. So she didn't just tell her. She probably told whoever would care to listen. Oh, did you know he is reporting everybody and he has an investigation going? God only knows what all she's saying. But she's sharing about my case. And then she's trying to, and she don't know all what's involved in my case while she's up here gossiping about, oh, he's reporting everybody. Bitch, you know why a lot of these bitches is reported? It's because they ignored a situation that you don't fucking know about. Ho, back up or you get slapped. Oh, he's reporting everybody. Like it's just frivolous. Girl, fuck you. You are so fucking stupid. That's why I don't like you. That is why I don't fucking like you, bitch. And I know a bitch like you. And I was right about you. See how God revealed that to me? Because a part of me, maybe a small, very, so small, it's microscopic. But a very small part of me might have felt like, because this bitch seemed like she wanted to try to be my friend so bad. But you fake. You don't know how to be a friend. That's why I paid you. Because I saw that in the beginning. Okay, so how about this? When I first started working there, I actually was nice with her. Until I started peeping her fake ways, her energy, the way she would be looking at people when she didn't think they was looking. I saw you doing that to other people. And I was done with you on that front. Bitch, I don't have to fuck with you because you fake. And bitch, if you're doing it to them, it's probably a guarantee you doing it to me. I'm not with it. No. I don't have, and also, I don't have to be your friend. Sweetheart, I really don't. I be jetting right past the cell. Because you're fake. And this shows. Why would you go to her? If I wanted to share with her about my case, that would be my business. Because it's my case. But it's not your case and you actually aren't involved. So why you know anything about my case is really the part I'm trying to get down to the bottom of. Why do you know? And why are you speaking on my case that you really don't know a lot about? Because if she really did know fully what the case was in its fullness, and that's still how she felt, now you show me another thing. You're a demon with no type of human empathy. If you mean to tell me so what, did you actually read the reports or are you just gossiping because you just heard something through the fucking grapevine? That's why your wigs are always wrong, bitch, and it's never going to get right. I can tell you that about her. That's one thing about it. Her wigs are always wrong. Sometimes she got braids and those be wrong. I'm like, you don't know how to get it right. And you're not going to get right like Jennifer because you're messy and God don't like mess. So you're going to stay in the pig pen. And I'm glad I didn't give you my sincere, genuine, good morning, how are you, beautiful? You want to know why? Because doing that would have been casting my pearls before swine. You are a Mary Jane Warthog on, what they call that? You're on acid. Girl, I'm obsessed with her. Let me get about this lady. But I'm just telling you something. I'm telling you, she got the nerve. Oh, it's the way. Because when I go work, she said, "Girl, what's going on with you?" Because Miss Such and Such came to me telling me about how you reporting everybody and you got reports on everyone. I'm like, what? Girl, huh? Yeah, she's talking about you reported this one, you reported that one, and you reported this one, all because she told you that you should wear earbuds. I'm like, that's what she told you? Girl, I'm done. Get me out of here. I don't need it. This shit is so far beneath me. It's so high school. It's so like, all of you hoes realistically are rotted and tragic. You are a fucking tragedy, bitch. And you just don't understand that. I'm like, I would be embarrassed, honestly and truly, by my actions if I were a person who took part in this and really trying to, and how embarrassing. You're doing all of these things to try to like bring me down, and regardless of whether or not I'm like, oh, anxiety, bitch, I come in there so poised because that's how Allah allows me to do it. Even when I'm under pressure, it's God who gives me that positioning. But today was definitely one of those days where I was like, I need you, Allah, because I'm about to black the fuck out. This shit right here is so unacceptable. And they're doing it I don't care. I don't care. It's on purpose. How can it not be? How can it not be? How can it not be? This nigga, I just can't believe it. I could not believe. And it was just that. Here it is. I'm about to start. I'm looking at from the TC. I'm getting ready to get back into my pick. And you're telling me I look up and this nigga's already like, you shouldn't even be nowhere near me. I don't give a damn. That's how I feel. He shouldn't be nowhere near me. He shouldn't be on this property. You're going to have to find some other place to go. But they acting like they're so endeared to him. I'm like, what is it? Did this nigga used to work here or something? And what? Like, I don't understand. None of it. Why they're moving like this. It's so bizarre to me. Why are you moving like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck is what do he know about y'all? That y'all not, he must have some tea on y'all. Cause it just to me don't make no sense that they would be moving like this on something where I'm so passionately saying something to them. Like, this is not okay. I don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable. This is a trigger. This is a trauma. I'm being very detailed with them. Here it's like I'm telling you where I'm at with it. But for them, I gave them details. This. As far as why this is such a big deal. This is not okay. Please. And like I told you, when it got to Miss Thing, girl, fuck you. They don't care about my safety. Okay. We'll see where that gets done. And then have the nerve. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this shit is not giving me a migraine. Let me calm down. I'm over it. It's not that I'm over it. It's like I'm over it because, like I said, we're getting through it. That's what I mean. It's more like I'm feeling what I'm feeling because we're still in this tunnel dealing with this shit. But I can see that there is an exit. And I know we'll get to the other side. I just have to keep moving. Because I'm not staying at that job. I'm not. Because I'm finally like, but y'all heard, like, you can still hear, it's like I'm much better. But, like, nah, this shit is making me sick. This shit is just like fucking with my, like, because then all day to be like thinking like that. And I couldn't wait to get up out of there. Like, unzip, fuck out of here. Because I don't want to be here. I just don't. I was supposed to do therapy today. And what happened was we got on the call. And she was like, listen, before we go in, because it's my fault. That's okay. And she was very understanding and so kind. But anyway, she was like, we can't begin. She was like, did you get my email? I'm like, your email? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like in app? She was like, uh-huh. I was like, oh. See, I set the appointment and then I didn't look on the app. I have the app, but I didn't go on the app. I mean, it's like I signed up and all that other stuff, like, and had the app, but I didn't actually go on, and that was my fault. But the point of it is she's like, I need you to do this because you got to do your intake and all this other stuff and this questionnaire. I get it. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I was like, well, first it was like, okay, well, can I quickly do it right now? She's like, okay. First she was like, yeah. And then as I was doing it, she called me because maybe it was like 20 minutes in, 25, pushing 30, whatever it was. And she calls me and she goes, would you prefer if we do it tomorrow? Just so we can have the full hour. And I said, is that what that, if it wouldn't inconvenience you, because I know that you made time for me today. And it is my fault, why I didn't have this form done. I didn't know that, but oh well, I didn't know that I didn't do it. And in order for her to work with me, I have to do that. So I was like, okay. And I apologize because with everything that's going on too, that's another thing. It's just so much happening. It's just, things are falling off. And funnily enough, some of the questions that she was asking are things. She was like, I'm making this up, but it was something like this, like, are you finding that your house isn't as clean as it usually is. I'm like, what? But yeah, I mean, it was a great questionnaire. And actually, I liked the questions that were on it. Um, and anyway, so she scheduled me for tomorrow at 11 in the morning. And I was very appreciative for that because she did not have to do that. And she said, and don't worry, because it's not going to, whatever the word she used. But in other words, it's not going to reflect negatively because of something, like she made it to where it was okay. And I appreciated that because it really was just a sincere mistake. It was an oversight and it was my fault. So I was okay to, I'm like, if I missed the appointment, because I'm like, damn. Or whatever time initially, I was like, since I'm the one who didn't do it, whatever time is left, I'll get what I can get because I really need to talk to someone who I feel would understand how to help process this and add some tools to the shit I already do on my own and just be able to vent about it, get it out, in a way where I can do it differently. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But I just think it'll be beneficial. And like I said, even just from a legal standpoint, I think it'll be good to have a person in this field who can document and who will know sincerity versus bullshit, and who on their own there's a word for this, but for lack of better words, that's a character statement from someone who would know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like how this is affecting a human being, how this could affect a human being, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's just good, just therapeutically and just good to do. But I think in this case, I need it. It's good. And also legally, it could come in handy. I'm not playing with these people and they will learn because I'm not letting up. And that's just how it's going to be. So especially, first of all, that's how it was. But then today, between the gossip about my case and how you're clearly like, that's okay then. Don't matter. No matter. It's fine because inshallah, this will be over soon. This will be over soon. Allah is not going to allow for these bitches to play these games like this, especially the severity of it all. Between all the elements, it's like, nah, we good. And Allah knows the truth that y'all really played someone who I sent into this, but I knew y'all was going to do this. But I just want to see if it was true. Like, to see if y'all would do something different from what I already knew you was going to do. But you did what I knew. But it's okay because we're going to use it for this storyline. And I also knew that was going to happen. So y'all all actually really did exactly what, but that's because it's God. So God can plan things 20 years ahead. I mean, I told you how that picture, how I had called, I was on the phone with my homie and I'm like, you're not going to, and it was crazy because he was like, you know what? He was saying on his own thing where it was a sign like, I was thinking of you and then this thing with the cruise and da-da-da. And I was like, hold on, this is about to trip you out. Because it had happened that same day where we were on the phone. And I was like, this is about to trip you out. I was like, no. At that point, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to tell him that. But I knew at some point, I was just going to have to call an audible and let him know. Like, I need to figure something out because I'm not missing this cruise. You know what I'm saying? But I really didn't want to let him know. Because he had already done so much to make it beautiful and all this heavy lifting. And it just felt like, and here I am. All I need to do is have this fucking passport that I know it was just very upsetting. But, there was a reason I brought him up. Oh, that picture. It was crazy because I was like, oh my God. So when I showed him the picture, he's like, here's what's crazy. Almost down to the day. It may have even been down to the day. That was a picture of my mom, like with her arms like, and behind her is a cruise ship. Nothing but all you can see is the cruise ship, the ocean, and the seagulls. Which my mother told you, if you remember all them years back, my favorite place is to ocean. To ocean. My mother loved the ocean, the beach, the water. She loved cruising. She went on a cruise in Alaska. I don't know about that one, but she said it was beautiful. She enjoyed it. But I'm thinking, a cruise going through ice. Where have I heard this before? I mean, I'm sure they have a pathway like we know, but of course, I'm like, I get on the boat. This will be the one time. I'm like, no. When she fell asleep at the wheel and we slapped into an iceberg. Okay, well, how far away are we from the next massive ice, bitch? Because I don't know if there's any land anywhere near. Where's the next massive ice? Because let me tell you something. If we're doing an Alaskan cruise, we're coming with, what do you call those? Pickaxes, sleeping bags, life vests, and a few other accoutrements. Why? Because if we did slap into an iceberg, and let's say we did it just like the Titanic where we scraped the side, so now we're definitely sinking. I want all the girls to live, but definitely my girls will live. Because I say, listen, with the ship is going down, they're being very stingy with the lifeboats. And I can see that now. But I can also see an iceberg nearby. We have our kit. Why do we have the ice picks? Because once whether we are close enough where we can jump off the ship and like pick into the iceberg and start climbing up the iceberg and find a nice place for us to plant. Or if that one is too sharp or don't have an area for us to lay, we'll find another one. We got to do it quickly, though, because we don't have much time if we're in the water. You said I heard Alaska was beautiful by cruise. I think you're right. Damn, I need to hit some new comments. You said the secret is men and women are jealous and different and looking to people, gender, and stuff like that. Not a jealousy, it's jealousy. I can see that. You said respectfully, you mean men feel more so they're taking pleasure. Oh, I hate that. That's so annoying. And so high school. Let's bring him down. Yeah, I know. Okay, I see what you're saying. Like that, let's cut him down to size type of vibe. Girl, bye. I know what you're saying now. I'm not saying, I'm saying girl, bye to them because when you saying it like that, I'm like, Yuck. To me, that is embarrassing. I would be embarrassed. On the inside, on the outside, it would definitely show because I would be so embarrassed. Truly. Like if I was really knowing that I was that kind of person that's looking at people like, what can I do? How can I plot and scheme and all? I'm like, girl, who has the time? What are you doing? People are sad. Sad, small, little tiny lives that they live because they refuse to allow the seed to grow and see what they can become. They're afraid. They rather stay a dry seedling that never hits land. Okay, that's a choice. That is a way to do it. We will never know what this will be. And if you cut it down, Pocahontas, we'll never know how tall the sycamore grows. Sometimes you just gotta let shit go to its full potential. But that's scary for a lot of bitches. And I get it. Because here's the thing. Really, it's probably scary for us all. But that's not the key component here. It's having the courage to really be able to, even under duress, under pressure, to understand who you are and why you're doing the things you're doing. And when you know you're doing things with good intentions and with a sincere heart, that part is what's going to allow you to keep pushing. Because you'll know it's real, like it's sincere, like you'll know that. If you was fugazi, you would have you'll let it go because you know you're full of shit anyway. In most cases, because some girls will take it to full extent, knowing they full of shit. I'm like, girl, really? It's given. She saw me fucking on the counter. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. That whole song doesn't make sense. He literally went to the whole thing. She saw me fucking on the camera. She saw me fucking on the counter. She saw me fucking in the bathtub. And I'm really trying to figure out, all with the same woman or different occasions? Because I'm saying, what, did she just sit and like, okay, so now you fucked her in the bedroom? Fuck her in the bathroom. Fuck her now! You did it. Finish it. And then I'm going to leave your ass. Like, what are you saying? I don't understand the song. It's a cute song, though. He was like, she saw me. It wasn't me. You lucky you didn't get killed. Because when you really listen to that song, you talking about, picture this. She saw me butt naked, swinging from the chandelier. That's not what he said. But whatever he said was equally egregious. You said, but it wasn't him. You said you hated that song with a passion? Am I tripping? It really don't make sense because it wasn't me. I'm like, girl, it wasn't you. I'm not gonna lie. It's cute for the song, but not for the message. Because it should have been like, but you know a song that I've been having on replay? Because when I hear it, it's so nostalgic. This album used to play on repeat when we would travel cross country. But then there's key songs that when it comes on, I just remember singing with my mom and just the way. And actually, even when I became an adult, throughout my life when we would travel, this album would always be on our road trips. But still, when I hear it, though, it reminds me specifically of a much younger time in Arizona when we were out there and we would be traveling from Arizona to New Jersey here and there. But the song is Whitney Houston, You Give Good Love, Baby. Baby, when I hear that, da, 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 oh, I said, now whoever did this song with Whitney, oh, baby, that song right there, I'm like, oh, Whitney, you better stop playing with me. I would play it. Maybe we could play it for educational purposes. These bitches say, girl, fuck that fair use. You're not playing Whitney. Girl, they would not let me fly with no Whitney Houston. You give good love, girl, they'll say blocked in 39 countries. The Brazilians will say, what happened? The nigga was right here. Suddenly I'm just lights out in all these countries. Miss Whitney Houston. As a child, before I found out about Selena, but by that point, she was already passed. But Whitney Houston was the only person I wanted to see in concert. Because I would always be saying, I want to see her. I never saw her. And if I would have saw her when I wanted to see her, I would have saw her in her prime. Because that had to be like the early 90s, 93, 94. So that means I would have seen her then. Can you imagine the experience? But you know what's crazy? My mother also, she took my two sisters to see The Wiz when it was originally, I don't know, what was it, on Broadway or whatever? I don't know. But wherever it was originally, she saw. And when it had Stephanie Mills in it, and she was like, Stephanie. So now, at first, Stephanie's voice for me can sometimes be acquired. But more recently, I downloaded her version of Home because it's something that makes me think of my mom. And then actually, when I downloaded it, I really liked it. And then I'm thinking, is this the version that my mom heard in the theater? Because if this is what my mom heard, I can see why she felt her version. Like if I would have heard, if you never heard this song before, and you're hearing it for the first time being sung in this way, in this style, that I'm hearing on this tape, I can see why it affected my mom, like why she remembered it all them years later, because she mentioned that multiple times in my life about, oh, Stephanie Mills, when her as Dorothy was believable. Because that's one thing she used to say to me. She was like, with Diana Ross, because I actually didn't mind The Wiz with Diana Ross. But see, I didn't see it with Stephanie Mills. So it was different for me. But even when I saw it, I didn't, but then again, I was a kid, so maybe I just didn't know the difference. As far as Dorothy, the white bitch, is like, what is she, 15? I don't know how old she was supposed to be. But then Diana Ross was like, what, 32? When she played Dorothy? I didn't know that was, because even with The Wizard of Oz, I really didn't like that movie. I mean, it was okay. I did like it. What I mean is, it was a movie that I liked that I didn't have to see again. It wasn't like It's a Wonderful Life, a film that if I see it on Netflix or if I see it somewhere where I can see it, I'll put it on. Because I really do love that film. Enough. You know what I'm saying? That's a film that I'll watch again, that I've watched many times. But The Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland, just, you know, it wasn't horrible at all. But, you know, but then again, perhaps, you know, quizás, you know, because honestly, I think I saw The Wiz before I saw The Wizard of Oz. So maybe that's it. Maybe I saw The Wiz and I liked that better. It had flavor to it. The Wizard of Oz had flavor too, but you know, there are the white girls, you know, you have those Creole girls. There are white girls who know how to season their food. Generally speaking, though, we do season differently. And that's not good or bad. It's just what it is. That seasoning translates throughout culture into the art. Fashion, just different things. And with The Wiz versus The Wizard of Oz, both classics, both legendary. I think, because again, this is going to all come down to a matter of opinion, where my vote is concerned. I think that, suppose I am a white person, that may be more to my liking, The Wizard of Oz. You know how you go into the white churches? Jesus is the Father and we love him. Very beautiful. And they be hemming and hawing, and it's very good. When I hear it, I don't mind it. When I hear the cathedrals, I love it. But would I choose that over a Yolanda Adams performance? Like, in the choir, singing Oh Holy Night? But that could just be culture. Because at the same time, I could see George Bush going to that cathedral versus saying, let's get Yolanda Adams tickets. I see him saying, let's get a nice, healthy bowl of potato salad and crackers, and let's go down to the church, to the cathedral. That's what I see. In fact, I feel like if he went to the Yolanda Adams performance, he would be out. He would himself be like, not knowing what to do, because the spirit, he would feel that, and there would be a difference. But you know, and here's another way to say it. Like with, say you have curry chicken, buffalo chicken, plain chicken, like, you know what I'm saying, like the kind that just don't have no flavor on it, just regular. And it can still be good because it's still got like maybe salt and pepper. They might have put a little oregano on it. But what I'm saying is, when you eat that, what you call it, that buffalo or that curry, that is a different type of spice that is going to totally do something different to your taste buds what that other piece of chicken can never do. It's just never going to do that. But guess what? You may also have a palate that don't require that. say if you were, I feel like I see Sandra Bullock eating a plain piece of chicken. I see Sandra with the plain piece of chicken. And that is suitable for her tongue and for her taste and for her liking. I see her with the plain dinner rolls, not the Hawaiian sweet. She does not with the glaze. Sandra likes it plain, straight up. I see Sandra with the potato salad with olives. I see her with unsweetened tea. She's going to bring unsweetened tea to the event. Yeah. And that's actually not bad. It's just depending on the girl. But I can tell you one thing. It's not going to fly in this household. I knew this would work better. It's better this way. Because when I eat it the other way, it makes me want to sneeze and shit. As soon as I throw the powder into my mouth, I be wanting to sneeze. It's impossible. This way, you know what it is? Remember back in the day, those candies that had, it was like a Kool-Aid pack, but when you rip the top off, it's like there's Kool-Aid inside, and it come with a stick, a candy stick. And what you would have to do is lick a little bit of the candy and then stick it inside of the bag. Now I have a Fun Dip. Y'all remember Fun Dips? That is quintessential 90s, bitch. It might have even been before the 90s, because you know how you be thinking some shit that is your time was really already around? Because it was something. I'm like, what was it? I'm like, wait a minute. What you saying? Kmart was around when you were a little girl? Somehow I felt like Kmart was new. It was before the 90s. I knew it. That's why I could throw that caveat in there. Bitch, I want the Mexican candy that I like is the one where it looked kind of like this. Hold on. It looks something like this. The difference would be, first of all, it's not a powder. And then another part is underneath is a button, or not a button, I don't know, something. And what you're supposed to do is just push it like a Play-Doh thing. And at the top of this, the candy comes out. I wanted that. I thought that's what this was when I ordered it. Because it is Lucas, and it does kind of have that taste, but it's lacking because it's not what I wanted. I mean, eat it though. It's just not what I wanted. This shit is good though. It's just not what I wanted. But now I know it exists. You okay, sweetie? Ah! It was some. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's talk about this. Allah, let me say this right. Okay. So, we know what it takes to make oxygen, water, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These things come together and things occur, right? But in that we're in a closed system, it's like a snow globe. Anais. Can y'all even? Let me scale it back. Rain. Oxygen. All the things we need to live. I'm giving the 2 examples to keep it simple, inshallah. But God told me to ask the question first. Why do these things have to mingle? You get what I mean by that? I hope I said it right. Okay. So I'm just making some shit up because I'm not good with that. But whatever it takes to put this together, H2, all these different things that make this shit up. Okay, so you're telling us the ingredients. But why did they come together? In other words, I can tell you the ingredients of a cake. But why did they come together? Because I put them together. You understand what I'm saying? Because flour, eggs, all these things separately, whatever the ingredients are that make up water, for example, all of those things separately are whatever they are. Oxygen, all those things, whatever they say how it is, carbon, all these things, all of these things are separate on their own. But why do they have to come together? You understand what I'm saying? In other words, just because you can explain the ingredients of something, that's all you explained. So me telling you how a cake is made or how to put together a TV, I didn't actually, all I did was tell you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like what it takes to make this TV. But if you wanted that TV, you would either have to buy it or, you know what I'm saying? Or like go through this process of doing what this nigga said. But all he didn't actually explain to you why we have a TV though. He just told you something. Let me say it because I feel like I know because I had time to sit with this. I have to keep massaging this till it gets more and more clear. Because I know what I'm trying to say, but I have to realize, okay. If someone is explaining to you something, in other words, for people who are trying to explain there is no creator, okay? They're saying this is how the earth came together because of whatever the ingredients that they're saying, hydrogen, this, that, and the fourth. Okay. What I'm saying is all you're telling us are the ingredients. The rest of this shit you just made up. Because that's all you can do is tell us, oh, the earth is made of this, that, and the fourth. You can tell us the ingredients. You can tell us what water is made of. You can tell us what air is made of. But that's all you can do. Because you actually don't know why it is that these things came together perfectly where it had to get started like that. Because out in the universe, what would make these ingredients naturally come together on their own? Nothing. There is no solution that you can ever say. It's literally a lie. It had to be something that made it happen. You just told me the ingredients, but you're leaving out the part that someone has to make this cake if the cake is going to be in existence. Just because you told me flowers, eggs, sugar, oil, don't mean a cake is just going to appear. If I want a cake, I'm going to have to buy one or make it. But no matter the scenario, from the person who wants to materialize it and create it or have it into their existence, an action has to happen. There is no such thing as, you know what I'm saying? As, oh, this shit just happened on its own. No. Oh, there's iron and all this. All you're saying are ingredients. You still not explaining why this shit is here. And why is it in our bodies, and why is all this shit perfect like this? How did we get here? How did any of this shit get here? You saying it just exploded? Now how many buildings have you blown up? Of all the things you've blown up, when have you blown up a mountain and it turned into a small city? I've never seen an explosion where, you get what I'm saying? Because even with lava, that is a living part of creation. So from that, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's like a controlled thing. When I say control, what I mean? It's like when I told you before how we shed skin and hair, and that's a part of like living. That's how the earth is living. The earth is alive. That's the reason why things can grow out of lava. It's like that actually can produce land that things can live on. You get what I'm saying? It's like a thoughtfulness, and also a natural part of the earth in alignment with design, creating more and adding on in its own way. But that's not what they're talking about. And to begin with, it's just, they know it's not true. There's just no way. There's just no way. Because again, if you just think about it, they're literally only, the only thing they can really actually tell you in truth is ingredients. That's all. But all this extra shit, oh, there was a Big Bang collision. It's like, there's no air out there. There's air here. So where there's air, there can be wind. But with no wind, how is anything in motion? What would have been the thing? You get what I'm saying? And why would these, let's just go with their theory, and these, like, where would these gases, why would they just come out of nowhere? How can that be? So from nothing, you're saying literally from, like, you can't explain it. So why are you trying? The only way you can actually explain it that you don't want to admit is it was set in motion. As far back as that. And I think really that is a part of scripture. They just condensing it like a movie. And when I say condensing it, what I mean is not in the sense of timing, because really to God, there is no time. So this all could just be one continuous day. It's just years for us. From the beginning of what we know as time could literally just be one continuous moment in God's eye. It's not a day or a month. It's just existence. So it's different. And understanding that, then you can make a lot more things make sense. So that means, okay, if you take this thing as far back, because now get rid of the so-called Big Bang before that, before any of what they call, the universe is expanding. Like, even in explaining that, nothing can expand that's not alive. So first of all, even what they're trying to explain, you still are, even in your own explanation, you're trying to explain God, and you don't know that's what you explain it, because nothing can be expanding, and you're explaining something that is living. So in knowing that it's alive, how can you not understand that it's something that's so much bigger than you? That is what God is. It's beyond anything you can understand. Only in that there must be a God. We're all here. So just be grateful for the information God shares and for what we can comprehend. And for the parts that are the mysteries that only God, it's above all of our pay grade. Like, just leave it to God. It's like you didn't, when you were born, you didn't need to, like, you didn't have to know exactly what the sun and the moon was in order to enjoy being a kid. Certain things is just for your enjoyment. Enjoy, like, the natural abundance of God and the creation and all that. Stop trying to decode all the things that really is the clerical, heavenly clerical work. They're handling it. And trust me, you wouldn't want to be bogged down with all the heavenly work in knowing all this stuff. I mean, in the human realm, it will be like the equivalent of that Jim Carrey movie. What was it? Was it Bruce Almighty when he opened up that drawer and the nigga flew all the way back into the wall and it just kept going? You really don't know how the calculations come down. You couldn't handle it. But a heavenly creature could. God and the angels and those qualified to do that can do that. That type of shit. Just like when you see those things, oh my God, what is that? It's an alien. That's why God's not gonna work no miracle the way back in the day, because you bitches not gonna know how to process it. Why couldn't that be? You see in scripture they talk about angels coming through and doing shit like that, where they just zoom down in a fireball or whatever. Like you hear these things. So just by you seeing a speck and you can't even fully understand what that is, you flipping out. Now, what would happen if the angel really revealed itself? What would you do then? You wouldn't even know what to do. Okay. You saw the speck and it picked up on your radar and y'all like, oh my God, you're like a toddler just on that. You saw that. Damn, what time is it? Oh, my brother texts me. I love you. He's incredible. Damn. Hold on, let me text him. Okay. This is such a good human being. My friend, he is such a good person. Very good human being. And I'm always thinking in my mind, like, I just know his parents are so proud of him. And his parents are incredible too. That's another part. But I just know they are because he's such a good person. You know, and he's doing the right things. And I just pray Allah continue to, you know what I'm saying? Keep him on that path because he's doing it the right way. Come down, come on. Be careful. So yeah, I'm trying to get through the trunk of that tree. I know God had, it's like, and here's the thing, to people like us, in all honesty, we don't have to keep explaining it. It's just more for our own, like, we already know what we know, but when we have these conversations, just to confirm and have fun with other believers who, here's the great thing about it. In truth, you have people of all faiths in this room, and yet we all recognize and understand the Creator, and we know that it's true. However we say it and word it may look a little bit different, but really at its core, really, in essence, everybody's saying the same thing. We all know what's true about God. The love, the sisterhood and brotherhood, all the elements. These things are pleasing to Allah, not what these people are doing at this job. They're not going to be pleased until Allah really comes through, and it's not going to be good because y'all are doing very bad things. Be careful, girl. Girl, what? To be fair, I know they probably want my attention. That's fair. I love y'all. Thank y'all for letting me come on, sweetheart, girl. Careful. Girl. I love you, Renee. Careful. Girl, you know how thin these pants are. Hey. Girl, what do you want? You remember Tamaya popping through the videos? I think about that sometimes. Was it really a better time, or were we blinded by youth and innocence? Ooh, this is a good question. That's a good one. What do y'all think? I mean, I'll say this. On a level, I will say, will I say better times? Maybe I don't know if I would use that word. Maybe I would say, though, you used another word. I would say more innocent. We were still ratchet. They still had all the same freako shit. But to begin with, social media wasn't around. So there was an element of safety there for everyone, but in particular for children. We wasn't on the internet. Come on. What time is it? Hell no. Come on. I'll be back. I need to feed my babies. Careful. Come on. Careful. is my other cat? Maverick. She wouldn't just be hiding. So where the hell is my cat? Ain't no fucking way. No, something is going on. Where is my other fucking cat? Maverick. This is the reason why. Oh my God. Y'all, bear with me. Give me a second. A lot. Oh, y'all still here? I gotta get ready to go because this fucking cat that I love, this the second time she did this shit. And that's the reason why when he go out of town, I don't mind watching the babies, but it gives me anxiety. And now this is the second time. It's like my cat don't do that shit. She don't be trying to escape out the house. And that's like, now it's like I'm on high gear now because it's like, it makes me feel like I can't, because that's too much pressure. Because there's things that I don't know where she's trying to get out of this house from. And last time she stayed near the house. And the thing about it is, it's like, how long she been out? And then it was raining. So I'm like, I'm hoping she did what she did last time and stayed close. Cause I'm like, and it's so dark, I cannot see. And I put the flashlight on, but it's not, I cannot see. And she's not like Anais, where she's lighter. She's a darker cat. She's like gray and black. So I'm like, it's dark. I gotta call my ex. So I gotta wrap this up because I gotta let him know. And I know he's gonna, just like last time, and I get it. But it's like, it's like, she was chilling that whole time. And then I go in there, I'm like, where is this? And I'm like, why is she always doing that? It's like, it makes it like, we should have, anyway. It's like, it gives me anxiety because it's like, it makes you feel like you can't even yeah, that's what she was doing last time. So I'm praying that's what she's doing this time. But I need a real flashlight. And I had one somewhere around, but I need a real, that flashlight is okay for small things, not something like this. But I need to call my ex and I know he's going to want to come down and help me search. And it probably will be better with him because last time when he came is when we found her. And I think hearing his voice helped her to come out. So he needs to get here. And he needs to be calm so we can find her quickly. Okay, you guys, listen, I love you guys. The cats are known to return home to their owners. And the thing of it is, like I said, last time, she literally, first of all, when we were calling for her the first time, we had checked in the backyard. She didn't come that first time. But when we came back around again, the second time, she was sitting on the lawn furniture. I'm like, girl, why would you do that? Do not do that. Do not panic us because I don't like it at all. I got to wrap this up. Thank you guys. Pray for me. And this is now something I have to deal with. Let me let this man know because now I got to. I got to find my cat. Like, we had a successful trip this entire time. This is what she did last time too. On the last day before she was supposed to get picked up is when she left. This is the second time she did that. I'm like, I don't like it because it gives me anxiety. And what's annoying about it is, and I don't do that. And if you doing it and you're a much bigger cat than my cat, that means Anais could do it. But she didn't do it. And I'm like, so what's your deal? Why are you doing this? And it's making me like, because these are like our kids. So I'm like, but I don't want to flip because I'm like, in my heart, I feel like, okay, she's smart. And these are our kids. So it's not like she's trying to, where's she going to go? Where she going to find more parents like us? So I'm like, let me just remember, these are our house animals that love us. And she's, like y'all said, nearby. Because that's what she was doing last time. I don't want to wait. Let me get off this thing. And then, inshallah, tomorrow we'll reconnect. And I'll update you. Inshallah, a good update about our kid. Who be doing the fucking most. All right, you guys, I love you.